marketing stuff-ups, marketing legends in real estate. We're going to talk about it with our expert, Nat Pat. Stay tuned. We're going to teach you something, Marketing 101.
Good morning, Mr. Mark Novak. Oh, wow.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm sweaty after doing that.
Good. Guess what?
What?
Chewy gum's back.
Chewing gum?
It's back in fashion.
Oh, have you decided?
Today. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Bring back the gum. No, I don't know about you, but in your generation, did you guys do a lot of Chewy?
Not really. Like Hubba Bubba maybe, like the ones that came in the rolls, but not chewing gum.
Yeah,
No.
so we did a lot, and then it sort of went out. But today we're bringing it back forever.
I love it. I feel like I need some now. I can pretend.
Look, I'm going to blow a bubble. All right. So you're an expert in marketing.
Oh, I don't know if experts reaching a bit, but I have a bit of knowledge in marketing, I would say.
A bit of knowledge and a lot of passion and a degree.
And a degree. That does help.
And you wanted to talk about there's been some stuff in the media with the footy lately, with a bit of mishaps, good or bad. You wanted to talk about real estate agents. Talk to us. Tell us.
I think there's so much to learn from marketing. Like marketing's everywhere you look, on buses, on your phone, on the podcast you're listening to on the way to work, on the radio. You literally cannot escape it. And there's so much you can learn from good and bad marketing examples.
Do you know what? Marketing is dreaming. Marketing is ideas. Marketing is progress. Marketing is business. But I think a lot of marketing, it's the execute. And look, I'm not the expert. You are, and you can probably word this better. But I think a lot of these ideas, passions, emerging markets, I think a lot of it all comes down to the execution. And then we call that word marketing. You know, if it's executed well, timely manner, tastefully done, those sort of things, these great ideas really become magic.
Yeah, I think you're right in execution. You can have the most amazing marketing idea, but it's all down to the execution. If you have this grand idea to put, if we wanted to put a huge Novak sign in DY, but we didn't have the budget to do that, that would be the execution would be lacking. So it's really up to the costs, what you can do, and whether you do it well in both creative and just the process of putting it all together. So the reason I wanted to talk about this today is the news has been flooded with the Manly Sea Eagles Pride jersey, and I'm sure everyone watching has heard about it. And I've got a photo.
I had it. Can you explain it? Because you had to explain it to me. I'm one of those.
I thought you said you had the Pride jersey. No, I was like, did you know how to buy it?
No. I had not heard about it. What happened?
Yeah, so this is the jersey in question. So what happened is that the Manly Sea Eagles, it's a nice jersey. It's subtle. But they announced, I think, on Monday or Tuesday that they were using this in the game against the Roosters on Thursday. And then they announced the day after that 7 players would not be playing due to a boycott. They didn't support homosexuality pretty much, and they pulled out of the game. And I was listening to a podcast about it this morning, and it's a really good example of marketing and market research, because they announced this on Monday and it didn't really give the players enough time to sort of consider if they wanted to wear this and represent the club. It's a whole thing about, I think this comes down to authenticity as well, because it was so rushed. It's coming off as bad from the Manly Sea Eagles and the NRL because it's saying that they're sort of reaching, they're pretending to be really supportive of Pride, but it's a bit of a marketing attempt, and it sort of shows that all the jerseys that they were selling with this have sold out. So there's
They're
no
sold
right
out.
answer. They're sold out. So I feel like this one's a very interesting case. There's a lot of ethics involved, so I won't get into that, but I think it's a really interesting one to look at marketing and the behind the scenes of how they rolled out this jersey and the PR aspect of what happened due to the players not being informed.
So, lesson learned for marketing from what you're seeing from the sidelines. What's the lesson here?
I think the lesson is the Manly Seagulls didn't really understand their brand well enough. And I think it's really the authenticity of the brand isn't coming through, because it's just, if 7 of the players didn't want to wear the jersey, it's sort of showing that it was sort of thrown upon them. There wasn't enough research done, and it's not really showing that whole message was meant to be of pride and support, and the opposite has happened. So I think that's one thing to learn from that. Bit more research into the brand and the ramifications of what could happen when executing this. As you said, the execution wasn't there, but the idea was there.
Well, it's sort of like 7 of the players, when people are sometimes rushed into doing what they don't want to do, or what they think they don't want to do, they sort of reach for the gun.
Yeah.
And everyone very quickly reached for the gun. And, I guess a bit more consultation and, even to things like, who knows, but you know what, we don't even know that execution of how it actually played out internally, but you can only assume, hey.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at the comments coming through, and Luke's left a really good one, which is a whole question about bad marketing examples, which I love. And I'll just get it up. He said, is it really that bad? Because it did bring publicity to the topic.
Well, it certainly brought awareness. Brought awareness out, awareness of gay colours, flags being in the community. It brought out the sentiment of the players. It sold a lot. As it sold out. So you dare to say that that there's probably more support for it than not. But yeah, it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Yeah, I think it's and you know what? It's taboo. It's a bit of a dangerous topic to talk about.
And that's just why I love. There's always so many different perspectives about marketing and famous marketing cases. So this sort of reminded me of this other one. Yeah, exactly.
Do we need any more awareness?
But there's this famous marketing case that happened a few years ago by Burger King in the US. So Burger King bought the prime advertising position in the Super Bowl, which is the ads there are famous. There's YouTube compilations. I used to watch as kids the ads because they were so creative and amazing. And there was
my daughter's also in marketing. This whole Super Bowl thing, when you're doing a degree, is a big thing. And if you're not aware of it, guys, Google, YouTube, your Super Bowl mid. What are they called? Midway or halftime Super Bowl mid-show.
Yeah.
Right. This is probably in the world the biggest marketing ever done in a concentrated moment. It's big for you guys, eh?
Literally when people say this is the Super Bowl of sport or something, this is literally the Super Bowl of marketing. You can't get any ad placement than in the Super Bowl. So this ad in particular, I'll share the screen because it's quite funny, but it was introducing a new burger from Burger King. I think it was the Whopper or something. And what this guy did in the ad is he went, hey, Google, tell me what's in the Whopper. And everyone's Google homes in their own home would tell people what was in the actual burger. So it wasn't the ad doing the work. It was a partnership with Google, and it was the devices from your home devices telling people what was in the burger.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying. But then the best thing about it was that Burger King, the link went to the Wikipedia page, which anyone can edit. And so when they were saying, oh, what's in the Whopper, random people were going to Wikipedia and changing what was in the burger. So it was telling people, oh, it's got like cockroaches in it. It's got like human feces.
No.
It's got like, they really, obviously that wasn't in the burger, but that's an example of marketing gone wrong. But that made so many headlines. People were recording it. So I think the question is, did they do that on purpose to try and get word of mouth marketing, or was it a case of they made the best out of a bad situation?
Well, sorry to take it back to the Manly players, but when you look at the amount of airtime that this has got in the last week, like, you're right. It's, you wouldn't say did they do that on purpose, but boy, did it get some publicity.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, publicity sometimes is the thing, that's what makes headlines, especially in a social media age.
But it's a double-edged knife.
It is, yeah. I think there's a fine balance between relying too much on word of mouth. That's sort of like what happened with the Fire Festival, if anyone's heard about that.
I don't know why I know so much about it. It keeps coming up on my feed. What happened there?
So the Fire Festival, it's a YouTube, a Netflix documentary.
No, the festival the last weekend. What was that
Splendor
festival?
in the Grass.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one.
Back to Fire, yeah.
Yeah, but it's been coined as the Australian version of that. But Fire relied solely on influencer marketing to get people to come, which was so successful that they went, oh my God, we have to actually make this amazing now. And they didn't have the resources for that execution. So the Fire Festival was horrible. People were being given their 5-star meals that was just stale bread with a piece of cheese on it. They were stuck on this island that had no tents, no running water, no resources. And that goes back to what you were saying about execution again, Mark. They did this amazing influencer marketing campaign, but they didn't have the resources to actually make it amazing as they said it would be.
It's sad as well, like, to see that sort of happen. It's tragic, but there's lessons out of it. Now, how do we apply this to real estate?
Well, I think one of the best examples for this topic is look at Lords of Property, for example. So that famous Instagram page where people literally just make fun of real estate agents, but then they're getting their name out there. Like, I think the one agent that they go on and on about, he's got so many Instagram followers and got a huge following behind him just because people found him amusing on this page that was just making fun of him. And that's probably leading to sales.
So, Lords of Property is interesting because I think that it's got no face. No one knows who owns the account. But this person's decided just to take the piss out of people in the marketplace that they think could be amusing or entertaining, I should say. And it's definitely entertaining people.
Here, I've just Googled it now, so I'll quickly share their homepage. But this is Lords of Property for people who don't know. But I think it's really fun, and I think you can.
An example of one. Open one up.
This one's my favorite one that I've seen in the past couple of days. Oh, let's see if it'll let me open it. Oh,
Nope.
Oh, I don't think it's going to let me without going on an account. But pretty much, it's a virtual reality fail from a real estate agency. You can sort of see it there if I zoom in.
Oh, so they did virtual furniture, and it was an absolute mess.
But it's just, I think
Luke Moroney made it on there.
We've made it on there before as well. So it's
Yeah,
but
we did.
Yeah, because we do a few wacky marketing campaigns. One time it got on there, but yeah, I think that's an example.
Twice we've been on there.
Twice. Oh yeah,
we had
TikTok
Mac doing
video.
We had Mac doing a virtual tour, Did the TikTok get on as well?
I think so. I remember seeing the TikTok somewhere of someone called us in the middle of the night because they saw that our logo, We Never Sleep, and we actually picked up the phone.
Yes,
So,
3 million views.
yes.
But that's another example of marketing.
Yeah. And so I think I could talk about marketing mishaps for days, but in real estate, I think there's plenty of room to stuff things up, as in every industry there is when you're talking about marketing. But I think to avoid that, I think the biggest lesson to learn from these examples we talked about today is just knowing your brand. So being authentic about who you are, not trying to be anyone else, or like not trying to be someone like a cooler real estate agency. If you have to say you're cool, then you're not cool.
Yep.
And then just being consistent with your messaging. So we like to always reinforce We Never Sleep, and just having trust. And I think just making sure that you're being honest with people about what you're offering. I think authenticity is the biggest thing.
And having fun along the way. I think, if you can do that, and that's pepper some humour over the top and have some fun, and I think it's good.
Yeah. And that adds. Yeah.
So marketing mishaps in real estate. So in summary, what have we learned from today?
We've learned be authentic in your brand. Don't try. It's all about, you can have the best ideas, but it's all about execution in the end.
Bit of good timing. Yep.
Yeah.
Relevance.
And just have fun with your brand, because if you have fun, people will trust you more. And trust is the biggest thing that you want from a consumer relationship. That's across all industries. So,
love it. That Pat.
Mark
thank you very, very much.
Oh, thank you. It's been a good one. I feel like I need a sleep after talking that much about marketing.
You're good on. You're not shy.
No, they called me Chatterson in primary school. Natalie Chatterson.
Where do you get that from?
Well, because my sister talks a lot as well. So our teacher had us once in the same class, and she'd say, "Shut up, Chattersons."
Where do you get that from?
From school. I talked a lot in school.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Nat's mum also works in the office, and she is the queen of conversation. She's the queen of conversation. She can find the common denominator in anything and anyone. Yeah. Just give her the time.
Go to the shops with her, and it becomes like a whole day trip because she just bumps into every single person she knows.
Beautiful lady.
Or the Chattersons.
The Chattersons. I love it. All right. Well, thank you very, very much. And everyone, there's a bit of Marketing 101. I love last week's session we did on marketing. I love this week. The stuff you bring is really, really educational. Any idea for next week what you're doing?
Oh, no idea. Yeah, probably more marketing. I could honestly talk about this for hours. So we'll have to see. You might have to just tune in to find out.
You know what I reckon we do? I reckon we unveil a marketing secret from Nova.
Ooh.
A marketing secret technique that we use that we can share with the real estate community and the greater community that will help them.
Ooh. But it's very exclusive. They'll have to watch live.
We'll get our thinking caps on and give you something great next week. And thank you very much, legend.
Thanks, Mark. See you soon.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.